have gorgeous Elli AvrRam with us, who is playing Mrs. Nanavati in upcoming web series, The Verdict, State versus Nanavati. So, welcome to my show, Elli ji. First
Thank
of
you.
all, I would like to know how it all happened, how you came to know about this web series, and how you entered into this
I got approached for it, because they were very clear with that they wanted to cast a foreigner for the role because Mrs. Nanavati was a Brit. She was a foreigner. So I was very excited because I already knew about this case. I knew about her actually. So yeah, I went for the audition and I did a good job because I ended up getting it. And I actually have to thank Ekta Kapoor a lot for that, for putting her faith and belief in me and allowing me to portray the role of Sylvia Nanavati.
See, producer plays a very important role in casting, especially the lead actors. So, how much Ekta Kapoor was involved in casting you in this web series?
Well, I believe, of course, it was our director Shashank Shah and even Subhash Kapoor's call when it came to the casting. But then obviously, Ekta will also have to say okay, right? By the end of it, it's a call that everyone takes together, as in to agree on it. So therefore, I'm really extremely grateful to all three of them for believing in me after seeing my audition and giving me this opportunity, because it's definitely been a dream project for me, a dream role. Yeah.
So how different is this, from a 70mm screen to a small screen like web series kind of?
There's not much of a difference, actually, I would say. It's pretty much the same job, Search about your character, get into your character, and then go there and do your best. Yeah.
Any particular incident that you would like to share during a shoot of this web series?
Oh, gosh, what would that be? I can't really remember anything as such.
that was unexpected kind of, or
no, it was just a very beautiful experience, It was it was a great experience, working with everyone, and everyone was so professional and dedicated, and nothing that I can really remember anything special as such.
So do you think web series can replace to the big screen, because since this is taking the next level, so what do you think about this web series as a digital?
I definitely feel that it's really becoming the future. I think in terms of movies that we get to watch in the cinema halls is going to become lesser, which is something I do not wish for, actually. But the way things are looking, I think they're going to be maybe those kind of movies that you see in 3D form, or something larger than life, are the ones that are going to be for the theaters.
Did you know the story in advance before you get into this venture?
Yes, I knew the basic story, but after reading our script, there was so much more that I got to know about it, which I did not know of, which actually no one knows of. All of us, actors in this show were literally asking, reading the script, being like, did this really happen? And apparently it did happen. We have literally followed as per what says there in the archive documents, what actually happened inside the courtroom, what all Sylvia had to go through, what all questions she was asked, the lawyers, with Kavas, like everything, with the nation, the janta that was there. So that will definitely leave everyone with a shock, for sure.
Since this is based on a true story, so you had your own research work on this story, on some documentation or
whatever I could find on the net about Sylvia and about the case, I read that. Unfortunately, it's not so much out there on the net, but I read that, and then I just put myself into her situation, trying to understand how it must have felt like. I prepared myself in terms of getting into the character by coloring my hair lighter, working on my English to get a more British accent to it, working on my body language, wearing a special perfume. I created a special playlist with songs from the 50s. All of these things helped me to get into the zone of Sylvia.
So how was your working experience with Manav Kaul? So he has done the movie like Tumhari Sulu kind of.
It was a beautiful experience to work with him. He's such a wonderful actor, and I even learned from him, seeing how he acts and how we acted together and what we managed to create together. It was really beautiful. It was really a beautiful journey. It was quite funny actually, because I remember, the movies that I had seen of Manav, I always knew him as like this, negative character. He looks a little bit scary and all. And I remember I told him that, when I met him, I was like, oh boy, how is this going to be like? But then he's completely the opposite. He's so much fun. He's so loving. He's really kind. So it was a beautiful journey working with him. It was really nice, yeah.
So what exactly inspired you to say yes to this script?
What I loved is that it's the first time, you're going to see Sylvia's point of view, as a woman. And what I loved is that it's such a meaty role as well. It's not just that, oh, we need a Sylvia, the wife as well. We need just a pretty face and that's it, Thoda rona hai, thoda hasna hai. It's not like that. It's really like, it's performance. It's talking about her point of view as a woman. How do you feel as a woman when you are in a marriage, you're a mother, and you're trying to do your best. You're trying to be the perfect wife. You're trying to be the perfect mother, the perfect daughter-in-law, trying to fit in a society, which is strange for you. You're trying, but from within, how you're kind of like, dead, And it's so beautiful, because I think a lot of women will somewhere connect or understand her. And it's so beautiful that we are having a show where we are showing that as well, instead of in most of the cases where we always show a very little from the woman's side, So that's what I really, really loved.
Trailer, if we talk about the trailer, it's doing good actually. So you can have lots of expectation because of the first look that even I saw in trailer. You look like a queen kind of thing. So what are your expectations from this web series like?
Well, what I wish for and pray for, I would say, is that it will lead to more meaty roles where I get to perform as an actress. That's what I would say, because I want to do more roles like this, which are meaty, which are emotional, which which are performance oriented. Yeah.
Great. So, any message you would like to give to viewers?
Yes, that would be that the verdict State versus Nanavati is releasing on 30th September on ALT Balaji and on Z5. So do subscribe and do watch it, and do let me know what you think should be the verdict.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Elli.
Thank
Thanks.
you. This is Elli AvrRam and you're watching me on Bollywood Town. Keep watching Bollywood Town.